Welcome back, my lovely people. Today we are going to see the best survival horror games on PlayStation 4. Ho ho, that's cool. Ah, that's really cool, you know. Anyway, put those earphones in your ears so that we can discuss these horror games. Hee 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 hee. Your poor soul, I scared you. Anyway, let's begin with number 5. Amnesia, The Dark Descent. The game launched back in 2010, but its following allowed this title to live nearly a decade, with new platform releases. In this game, the player awakes in a dark castle with no memory, other than their name, and that something is hunting them down. As players lurk throughout the castle, to regain their memory, they'll be subjected to the main gameplay element, puzzle solving. However, within the castle, there are grotesque enemies that will kill the player character and cause their sanity level to decrease. Aww. This sanity level acts as a health indicator. If not managed properly, the player will start to witness unsettling events, eventually leading to their death. The game focuses on fleeing and taking cover, as you hide from the enemy, rather than fighting back. Heart rates are going to skyrocket as you attempt to escape from danger. And hope the enemy hasn't discovered where you're hiding away. Well, this looks like hide and seek, where I used to play when I was a kid. Bah, too easy for me. What are your thoughts about this game? Share your experience if you played this game. Or, if you are about to play this game, get ready to hide, or else someone will catch you from behind. Hee 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 hee. Bruh. Next, number 4. The Forest. Don't go to the forest alone, there may be a little girl standing behind you, holding a red balloon. And that balloon is floating in the air. Thinking this, in my brainless brain, I shitted my pants. LOL. The Forest is a pretty interesting game, especially with the AI. Before we get ahead of ourselves, the game follows a man and his son, traveling through a plane, when it crashes on an island. Lost and needing to find his son, players will have to venture out into the unknown, in hopes of finding some clues. This game mixes survival horror with traditional survival elements as well. In this game, you'll be able to explore, gather resources, and craft bases freely. However, another important aspect of this game is keeping your vital signs up, and ensuring you're good in hunger, hydration, energy, and stamina. As mentioned, this game features a rather complex enemy AI. The island is filled with tribes of cannibal mutants, and they won't just outright attack you all the time. Instead, they test you, see how you will react. Sometimes they'll charge just to back down, or they'll test your weapons. It makes the situation a bit uneasy when going through the game, not knowing just what group of enemies you'll be facing against at any given moment. Again, I am reminding you. If you played this game already, please share your experiences. Or else, I don't know which little girl will stand behind you and watch at you creepily. Next, number 3. The Evil Within. In Evil Within, most of the death scenes in the game are pretty graphic. But death from explosions is rather unintentionally hilarious, given body parts seem to just comically fly everywhere. Pfft. The game centers on protagonist Sebastian Castellanos, as he is pulled through a distorted world, full of nightmarish locations and horrid creatures. Played in a third-person perspective, players battle disfigured nightmare-like creatures, including the boss battles, using guns and melee weapons, and progress through the levels, avoiding traps, using stealth, and finding collectibles. The Evil Within received a generally positive reception upon release. Praise was mostly directed at the game's horror elements, and also praised for gameplay and atmosphere, while criticism was directed at the game's story, characters, and technical issues. You know what? I will give you Mr. Beast Burger. If you just comment on something, anything, just do it. Or else, I will push you into a distorted world, There you can see little cockroaches crawling on your feet. Next, number 2. Slender, The Arrival. You're on your own. No one to come for you. No one to help you. No one to hear you scream. Blah blah blah, whatever. Slender, The Arrival is the official video game, an adaptation of Slender Man. Recreated from Mark Hadley's original nerve-shattering sensation. Developed in collaboration with Blue Isle Studios, The Arrival features a brand new storyline, improved visuals, great replay value, and most importantly, survival horror at its best. The majority of the game takes place in abandoned areas. For example, a house, defunct mine, and so on, each with different objectives. The game uses similar mechanics to its predecessor, The 8 Pages. The character is armed only with a flashlight. This limited defense forces a sense of helplessness, as the best way to survive in the game is to run, whenever in danger. I will tell you a pro tip, if you comment something about these games. Did you comment? I know you didn't comment. Just, hoo. I will cry. Now, no pro tip for you.
Who are you?
Finally, number 1. Outbreak, The Nightmare Chronicles. As the city burns, the countryside is engulfed by the epidemic. You're now alone, and forced to live with this new reality. Monstrous beasts, and disfigured remnants, roam freely with their numbers increasing rapidly. Scattered and separated from your fellow survivors, you've fled into a large manor estate, to escape the relentless horde. Your only goal now is to survive. Explore the manor, locate supplies, and find a way to wake from this nightmare. But somehow, you know your fate is already sealed. Outbreak, The Nightmare Chronicles is an unforgiving survival horror experience. Death lurks behind each door, as you fight to survive, with the limited supplies at your disposal. Search rooms thoroughly, and make the right choice, when to fight, or flee, from the monstrosities. Featuring classic hardcore survival horror gameplay, in a directed single-player experience. You'll need to stay on your toes to stay alive. You have a limited inventory, and you'll need to leverage supply caches, to store your equipment to use later. Saving your game is also highly restrictive, and you'll need to locate the means to record your progress as you explore. Lydia's adventure is just the beginning. Can you survive the Chronicles, and determine the fate of the other survivors? As for me, I don't care about others. Let me just hide under the bed.
Good night, Alex.
You forgot to look under the bed.
Of course. Sorry, buddy.
Daddy, there's somebody in my bed.
I am Speed.
Change up.